All right, guys, we're back. How to like segment everything. Hey, what's up, guys? All right, welcome back to the Option Select podcast. I'm Rick, and with me, as always, the only person that I know that means Ruben Salazar.
What's up, man?
You can't say who's that because then you'll be like, oh, well, no, we know he doesn't play Guilty Gear. You're like, what's a Guilty Gear?
What's Guilty Gear? Is that game that got delayed? Salty. It's not coming out on our birthday anymore.
Guys, this is a podcast where me and Ruben get together. We talk about video games. We talk about what's going on with the week. And
yeah, it's all good.
Right,
I got it.
We're trying different things in the studio, guys. Gotta close the door on the wifey.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're back.
She loud.
Guys, we are just a podcast where we get together and we talk about video games, what's going on, whether it's a lot of news or kind of a little bit of news. We just kind of just talk about what's going on. Thanks for hanging out. We really appreciate it. You guys could be anywhere else right now on a Friday night, but you're here hanging out with us, and we really appreciate it, guys. Whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, any podcast choice of any podcast platform of your choice, we appreciate it, guys. It's awesome. We like it. We enjoy it. It's something we get together to do on Friday, and we talk about it throughout the whole week. We just, share notes and share ideas of what we want to do, and we're just glad that we have someone here to share it with.
Yeah.
We start off every episode with how was your week, Ruben?
Oh boy, let's start off with work. All right, so work actually went really well this week, except for like today.
Oh, I am.
So like, we have that new service manager who is a lady, and she's like getting the hang of everything and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And still waiting for her to go out on a truck so she can understand what we really do for a living.
Yeah, that's something about management is like.
Well, the manager above her actually rode on my truck before.
Okay.
And I've been asking for them. Like, I've been asking for her. I was like, I want her on my truck. Yeah. I want her on my truck because I'm not scared. Like, all my shit's done. It's all correct and all that stuff. I just want her to see it. Yep. But I told him
Behind the scenes.
I told him, I was like, just remember what I told you whenever you were on my truck. That I don't give a shit who you are. Nobody rides on my truck for free. So he's like, oh, yeah. Right. So I'm waiting on that. But anyway, so like the whole week went pretty well. I had all those new stops. I actually had them at a correct, like, I have them in the correct order. I know where I'm hitting them. I know when I'm hitting them and all that stuff.
Right time and everything.
So like this whole week went by real great at work until like today. And I was like 2 hours ahead, bro. I don't know how I managed to pull it off. But I'm like 2 hours ahead. So I'm just kind of bullshitting. I'm buying stuff on Amazon because I'm redoing the entire studio. We'll get into that in a second. But so like I'm just trying to like, I need some cables. I need, whatever. I need some things. I'm going to have to do some cable management on it eventually. So I'm going to have to figure that out once I get everything wired up.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm just like, oh, let me figure out, I need this and I need that. Okay. So I'm ordering some stuff and then I get a text message around like 9:30 and I've got like 3 stops left. My last one opens up at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I've also got orders coming in to the house. So I want to get home because it's kind of raining and I don't want stuff sitting outside.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get a text message around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm like, just so you know, your medical card is going to expire on the 7th. Just Sunday, right?
Okay.
Sunday. Your medical card is going to expire on the 7th. And I'm like, okay, what's a medical card? Is that like my insurance?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? She goes, no, the one that you need to drive the truck.
Oh, your DOT.
Oh, you mean DOT?
DOT physical.
Oh, okay, got it. And I was like, oh, okay. So why are you just now telling me about this 2 days before
the weekend?
It's supposed to, like the day, like I've got 3 stops left. You're telling me about this where I have to do it today. Now I have to cancel all my other shit that I have to do, which whatever, right? Because fuck me, nobody cares about your time.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, what if I had whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like if I had a second job or something, I'd be fucking pissed. I know what time I'm getting out of work because I work really hard to get off at those times.
Yeah.
Whatever. So she just like didn't give a shit about my time. And so I called HR. I was like, how is that fair, HR? Like, how is this fair, Miss whatever her name, I can't say it, but it's like, how is this fair? And she goes, well, I sent that email out to them like a month ago. I don't know why they're just now telling you about it right now. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she just forgot until the last fucking minute. Anyway, so I had to like finish work and like I was so on it, bro. Like I unloaded the truck, I loaded up, I did my paperwork in like 20 minutes. And it normally takes me like an hour.
Really?
So I was on one. And she was like standing on the dock, my manager, and she's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, I ain't got time to talk. I ain't got time. I got shit I got to do. now that I got to go to the doctor's office, but I didn't say anything. I was like, I just don't have time to talk. And I was like, kept on doing my thing. So like I'm slamming racks around. I'm doing my thing safely, but I'm like doing my stuff.
Like that.
And then like she hands me the paper. She goes, here's that paperwork. And, just whenever you can take care of it. And I'm just like, when other time can I take care of it other than today? Like right now
on a Friday.
Yeah. Thanks. She goes, well, I hope you understand with this new position. I was like, oh, I already know when you got the memo on when I needed to do this, but thanks for the heads up. Not like I got other stuff to do. Whatever. So I was just pissed off. So I had to go do my DOT physical today. My blood pressure's great.
Yeah.
The guy asked me what my weight was. And I go, you want shoes on or off? He goes, on, don't take them off, whatever. And I was like, 145. Everything on. Yeah. He goes, okay. And I was like, oh, you're 144 actually. I was like, let's go. Let's go.
Nailed it.
And then they take my blood pressure. It's good. They check my my urine for like, was it like blood sugar and all that stuff?
I guess like your contents and stuff.
Yeah, so all that stuff was good. No alcohol.
You're like, oh shit.
20/20 vision, both eyes.
Really?
I was like, you want me to read the bottom line? Because we can go down a little bit. And he's like, no, just this line's fine. This is the 20/20 line. I was like, okay, cool. And so like, he sits me down in the room. He's like, just wait here for the doctor. And he's like, he started asking me questions like, how often do you drink alcohol? How, this and that. I'm like, okay,
occasionally whatever. On the weekends, doing 8 ball.
So that was one of the questions is do you do recreational drugs or illegal recreational drugs? I was like, no. If you answer yes on this, you're a fucking moron.
Right?
Anyway, it's like a litmus test for stupid people. So anyway, the doctor comes in and lo and behold, it is the biggest, buffest black dude I've ever seen in my life. And I'm just like, he's like, pull down your pants.
Okay.
I'm like, yes, sir.
See? Hot.
So,
see, a documentary start that way.
Yeah, that's how that's how they start. So,
documentary.
So I got done with all that and I got home and the couches arrived while I was at work. I'm sorry, the new seats that I got for us.
Where'd you order them from?
Amazon. Everything Amazon, except for the TV. The TV I picked up yesterday from Best Buy, which I also had to order because they didn't have it in stock. So I went, first off, Amazon had said, your order has arrived or whatever, right?
Okay.
And so, like, I called Alice and I was like, hey, can you bring these in? I just don't want them out in the rain or whatever. She's like, yeah, sure. And she goes, it kind of looks like you just kind of threw them around. And I was like, oh, okay. And I go to the camera footage, which I'll show you after we're done.
No.
So he has them on the dolly.
Is it an Amazon driver?
No, FedEx. This is where I was going to really I want you to see it. So he has them both on the dolly, one on top of the other, not stacked, both on the base. He has one on top of the other, which is always a bad move. He starts rolling them up my driveway, which is already pretty steep. He almost hits Alice's new car, but he didn't.
What'd she get?
Huh? She got a Versa, a little Nissan Versa, a little hatchback. Yeah. It's nice. And so he's like pulling it past her car because she's parked closest to the door, and going through the grass. And then like he gets to my porch and he just tilts it over, bro. And I'm like, what a fucking cocksucker.
That's not that bad.
In the right there at the front of my door, like right past the doorstep, that's where the water collects, and that's where he tossed it.
Oh, he just left it there?
Yeah, he just left
it.
I
thought like they just pull over the dolly into the grass. Like, okay, that falls over. It's fine. No. They usually package it fine. I mean, furniture if it falls over. Like if it just falls over.
He rolled it up there and he just went.
Really?
And just dumped it over. Just right there. And just left it there and folded his dolly back up.
What I don't understand though, what I do not understand, because that's what I do for a living. You guys probably know that already. But the thing is, so many places have Ring doorbells or Vivint doorbells or camera doorbells.
Right.
So many places do.
But that's the thing. I don't have the doorbell. So mine's on the window.
It's in the window, yeah.
On purpose because I want people to look for the doorbell, right? So I'm assuming he didn't see the Ring doorbell or whatever, and he just fucking dumped it. But still gonna send that message out like a true Karen that I am. I'm gonna get it out.
Get him canceled.
I'm gonna get him canceled. I don't want to get him fired or nothing. I just want him to do better. Like be better at what you do. Yeah. And take pride in what you do.
For real.
Because I mean I fucking do. I know you do.
Do your job right the first time.
Yeah. Especially with all the stories that you tell me about your job. Yeah. So like everybody's always watching all the time. That's
exactly,
the thing.
Yeah. Like, there's cameras everywhere.
And if it wasn't my house, my neighbors got cameras, my other neighbors got cameras, across the streets got cameras. Like everybody could have seen this thing. So
exactly.
yeah, other than that, everything had come in today. The last thing to arrive was the wall mount, which I had to get a single stud articulating wall mount because I only have space.
How big is the TV?
It's a 55.
Oh.
And it's got all the bells and whistles, bro. It's 120 hertz refresh rate. It's got 4K. It's OLED. The thing is like paper thin, dude. It's like that thin.
How much does it weigh?
40 pounds. Not too bad. The base is thicker. It's like that much, like that thick, like an inch and a half or 2 inches thick. But the top part is like paper, bro. I was like, I've never seen a TV this thin in my life. It's just glass. So like it's got variable refresh rate, FreeSync, G-Sync. All the HDMI inputs are 4K 120 hertz. It's got, internet, smart TV, all that stuff from LG.
You can play God of War on it?
I'm going to play everything on it.
Everything.
Now, the only thing is I'm not going to be able to stream from the console for a little while because the HD60 only puts out at 1080p 60 FPS. So I'm going to have to pick up the 4K. The 4K Pro or whatever it is, the one that goes in the computer.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The $300 one, which I'm not ready to do right now because I just spent $3,000 on this fucking project. Yeah. So eventually I will end up streaming console games again, but as of right now, it's kind of on hold. And like I said, I haven't gotten everything wired up, but I've got everything situated where it's supposed to be. And tonight when I get home, me and Alice are going to watch the final episode of Wandavision. Have you caught up?
Oh not watched at all. I'm on a Marvel dry spell.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So like we're going to watch Wandavision tonight, and then I'm going to try and wire up the PC and the monitor, at least my main monitor and whatnot, get all that stuff hooked up, and then trying to hit the hay.
So what'd you do with the other desk? Throw it out?
I took it out of the room so far. I think I'm going to end up putting it in the bedroom. Because this desk is basically your desk. Yeah. It sits up higher than my current entertainment center, which is
okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to put it up there because when you're laying in bed and you gotta like, you gotta look like that, and if your feet are up, you gotta like lay your feet flat and like, you know what I mean? So you can't really watch TV there either. So yeah,
that could work.
I've got to put it in there or something. Figure it out unless I know somebody that needs a desk. But right now, like I said, I'm trying to get like the room situated first and see where I can put that desk if I need to move it around or whatever later. But I'm excited. I can't wait till tomorrow. We got 3 UFC title fights happening tomorrow. And Steven's going to come over early. We're going to do a little bit of barbecuing. He's going to help me set up the rest of the room, try to figure out all the ergonomics of how everything's going to work out. And then we're gonna try and do the first fight companion from the new studio.
Oh, I'm excited!
So I'm very excited, and I can't wait to see how everything turns out and how well everything looks. So I figured, with the TV there, we'll just put the tripod right there, move the chair, my rolling chair out of the way, and just roll like that. So as far as gaming this week, I played a lot of Destiny 2. And I didn't expect to really get back into it as much as I did, but me and Carlos and Eric have all been playing the hell out of it.
Playing with friends makes it a lot more better, a lot more, entertaining.
And what makes it perfect is that there's only 3 of us that bought the expansions and stuff, so
perfect.
We're fine, right?
Perfect.
So we hit the soft cap of light level 1250, and now we're working our way up to the hard cap, which is 1250 now.
I forgot what it was when I last played.
It was 1,000. It was 1,000. So now, whenever you start, it's you start off at 1,100. It's your 1,100 light level, and then that's it. Okay. Like there's no character level anymore. There's no. It's real
kind of streamlined,
and I love it. And once you hit the soft cap of 1250, you can create a new character, and then that character is automatically bumped up to 1250.
Really?
So it helps you get out of that stupid grind stuff, that especially when creating a new character.
Yeah.
It's really nice. So we've been checking the hell out of that all this week. I picked up all the new PlayStation Plus titles that came out as well this week on the 2nd, I believe, which was Final Fantasy VII Remake PS4 edition. Marquette or Marion, what was it? Marionette?
Manquette or I forgot. Yeah,
it's the one that's like a puzzle game that like you have to like shift the position of the world, and then like you have like a board, a table in front of you that has like a map, and you put things on it, and then it pops up in the world somewhere. So I'm definitely want to check that one out. It doesn't seem like it's like a real like intensive game. It's just kind of like sit back and relax game.
Yeah, just chill and relax.
But with the new TV, I did test out Spider-Man and the variable refresh rate and
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Okay. And I also tested out Control, and I put it on the whole. And this is where the fucking TV comes in, and I'm gonna show you this next week whenever you come by. Is like whenever you get a variable refresh rate TV, they call it NVIDIA calls it the BFGD, which is big freaking gaming display. Right. So I put it on the holy shit graphics mode, which is like all the RTX bells and whistles and all that stuff on Control and Miles Morales, and that's the 30 FPS mode, and it looks smooth as butter, bro. Like whenever I was playing it on my monitors, didn't look that great.
Really?
Now it looks really good.
Well, how old are your monitors?
My small one is like
your BenQ's older, right?
5 or 6 years old, and the other one's like 2 or 3 years old. It's not that old.
They're not old.
Nah. Definitely not.
I guess all that new technology they got on the TV.
Yeah, but I also the PlayStation I don't think was meant to go through computer monitors.
True.
So, but playing it on the TV, it's like night and day. I was like, holy shit! Like, but I played the PlayStation on my other older 4K TV. It still doesn't look that good. I was like, wow, this is just really really smooth, and it feels like you're playing. Like
what it's supposed to be,
like
what PS5 is supposed to be at.
Exactly, yeah. And it's like fucked up. I think that you have to spend $1,500, $1,600 with tax on a brand new TV just to get.
Well, that was kind of similar when like what was it, like when it was like HD kind of, when like the 360 was coming out on the PS3, where like, hey, if you really want to really get to play this really get the graphics of it, the display. You gotta get the newer TVs, and you can't use the little red
adapters.
The red, yellow, and white one. You remember that? You had to put that in there and put on channel 3. The RF switch. Remember that?
Boy,
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
dude.
hey, display port. I mean, HDMI. Oh shit.
Like just playing from my two-year-old TV to a brand new 2021 TV. I was just like, Jesus, And when I went to go pick it up, it was hilarious. Like I was dressed in my skinny jeans. I'm wearing like a I Am Groot t-shirt or whatever. I've got my ultras on, and I walk in there and I'm like, "Hey man, I'm here to pick up a TV." He's like, "Oh okay." He's like, "Well, first he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like kind of younger or whatever. I was like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" And he's looking at me. He's like, "What are you here to pick up?" And I like just put my barcode out. He scans it. He goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Come again?
I was like, "Sir." He's like, yeah. Did you just Google what the best gaming TV is out right now, and you just bought that? And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I did. It has all the features that I want,
all of them.
And he's like, oh, that's dope. You put an Xbox or a PlayStation on there? And I'm like, yes. He goes, yes. Which one? The new ones. That's the one.
The now
stuff is what I'm putting on there. And
Nintendo Switch
and and the PC. All those things. He's like, dang, now that's dope. And we had a little chit chat and stuff. He's like, so what do you got? And so I explained it to him. He goes, man, that's fucking crazy. He goes, he's like, I'm gonna be honest. Whenever I first saw you, I didn't think you had money like that. And I was like, well,
looks can be deceiving, little man.
Looks can be deceiving, bro. Guys can buy shit in skinny jeans now. Right. What's up?
I'm responsible, financially responsible.
No kids. Let's go.
Yeah, good great credit score.
Great credit score. I didn't buy anything on credit though. But yeah, like it was just a little trip out, and yeah, man, I'm excited to get home and like continue doing what I'm doing with it. As far as workouts, man, I've dropped 3 pounds this week. I started off a little rocky. I was up 1, but then I ended up dropping another 3. So I gained 1, but net lost 3. So I'm walking around during the day at like 136, 137, fully naked, that kind of thing. And I'm waking up in the morning at like 133, 132 area, which is the lowest I've ever been. And I feel great. I haven't been sticking to the diet as much, like not the carnivore keto type thing, but what I've been doing is portion control.
Yeah.
And, intermittent fasting, but like a hard intermittent fasting. I'm talking like 20 hours, 21 hours, something like that. And then once I get home, then I'll eat. But I'm eating like macaroni and cheese and like pork chops and rice and whatever.
Yeah.
And but I'm like eating very little.
Yeah,
like,
it's not like carbs are like, oh, the enemy. It's just carbs are just moderation, just like anything.
Right.
In moderation. That's all it is.
So been doing a little bit of workouts here and there. some light running. Hopefully pick it up a little bit more, hit it harder next week. Now that I got my training wheels off, kind of thing. Been feeling good, working on my posture, and then just like trying to be more. Not that I was negative about things, but I just kind of want to be more positive. And like, yeah, that the whole manager situation this morning kind of like pissed me off a little bit, but just because you didn't respect my time.
Yeah,
I respect your time. Anybody. I don't give a shit who you are, because time is something that
you don't
can't
get it back. You
ever.
don't get it back. Yeah, once you burn it off, it's it.
So like, the least you could have done is been like, hey, we'll schedule you an appointment for Monday. Come in at 8, go to your appointment, and then we'll take you to your route. We'll have somebody else run your route. But that's not what they wanted to do. They wanted me to handle it on my time.
Or just give you like just give you a heads up, like, hey, this so-and-so's coming up, so just be prepared that we're gonna need this done.
Exactly. Or give me more of a heads up.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of
so
shitty.
As far as media and entertainment this week, I been watching.
You said WandaVision. You finished that.
Well, we're about to finish it tomorrow or tonight. I watched the Notorious B.I.G. Documentary on Netflix, which was superb. Very, very well done documentary.
Did they make a biopic a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago?
I don't remember a biopic on him, to be honest. They did one on
Tupac Shakur.
Well, they've done that. They also did one on was it NWA and stuff?
I saw that one with NWA.
Was really good.
Ice Cube's son played Ice Cube.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, that was a good one.
So I watched the Notorious B.I.G. documentary. I watched there was a anime, I can't remember the name of it, that I started watching, but I got like 2 or 3 episodes in. But the main guy, I don't know if you've seen it, but the main guy has like a gun for a face.
Gun head?
That could be it, but I don't think that's it. I don't think
on Funimation?
Yeah, it was on Funimation.
Okay, yeah, because me and Mikhail were like, "You've been watching this?" Like, I didn't watch it.
I watched it.
Okay, that's right. Yeah,
I
watched Gunhead. Yeah.
So I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of that one, and it got really interesting and good. So I want to continue with that. But I was watching that one on Apple TV, For All Mankind. I caught up on that one today.
I thought you finished that one.
I finished the first season, but now every Friday they're rolling out some stuff. So WandaVision actually ended today, and then in 2 weeks, Falcon and Winter Soldier picks up. So I'm glad that Disney's starting to get their shit together with their streaming service.
First year, yeah.
Oh, it was terrible.
First year you had Mandalorian. Cool.
That's it. You can watch reruns of old Avengers movies.
Yeah, you can watch. Cool. Yeah, you can watch 101 Dalmatian.
That's cool. You can watch Toy Story, bro.
Yeah,
with that new TV, which is something I did test out earlier. But yeah, so like I watched like I said, that doc For All Mankind, WandaVision we caught up, and then we're gonna finish it today. And then that Gunhead anime. But pretty much it's been like all Destiny. And a little bit of Maneater, and like I said, just dabbling with Miles Morales just to test out the graphics.
So going back to real quick to Destiny, how was it getting back into the game? Was it just kind of like riding a bike, or kind of like it was dash? Okay, dash. Okay, grenade. Oh, okay, let's go, boys.
Right, like that was all pretty much the same, but keyboard and mouse, and pretty much any keyboard and mouse game is, everything's the same. WASD is up, down, left, right.
E to interact.
E, R, F, space, control, shift, all that stuff is all pretty much standard. And of course you can set it to whatever you want. But yeah, it is a little daunting, like coming into it as not played it for 2 years, 3 years, or however long it's been. Yeah, like 3 years maybe.
At least 2.
So yeah, like figuring out what was going on, like what do I do now? And then what do I you legit start on like Earth in Russia or whatever. They walk you to the first thing. You get to the city, and then it's like, okay, now do this, and then do this, and then that was about it. Like, but if you have the expansions, you just click on the planet. It's like start expansion. So you just click, you start it. So I did complete a full expansion for Destiny to get my gear level up. And that was Forsaken. So I put that down for my completion list because it took like, I don't know, 10 hours. It took a while. I was like, oh, okay, we're good. Completed that one. I'm working on the newest one, which is Shadowkeep.
Okay.
Or something like, no, Beyond Light. I got to do Shadowkeep and Beyond Light. Those are the other 2 that I have to do. But like I said, just working my way up to the hard cap.
Good.
And there's a new multiplayer mode called Gambit. Have you heard about this one yet?
Not at all.
Well, it's newer to me because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's been out for a while. But it's a 4v4 PvE/PvP.
Okay, I'm liking that.
So it's, 2 teams of 4. You drop into a zone. They randomly pick a certain type of enemy. And then you go there, you kill the enemy, and then you pick up these things that drop from their body, like little loot, but it's nothing that you can really do with it except for deposit them at a bank.
Okay.
The more you have, the more complications it creates for the other team, which is in a separate instance, right? And then every so often a portal will pop up, and then one character from a team can leave. They spawn on a random place in the enemy team's map. They can start killing people, right? And then once you bank 100 of these light motes, then a primeval shows up, which is basically a boss. And then you have to kill the boss while also worrying about other players coming into your world. And then if they kill you while the primeval's up, the primeval heals. So like it makes it longer for them to catch up, which is pretty freaking. It doesn't sound like super duper complicated, but it
sounds super crazy, and it sounds like fun. That's what it sounds like.
Really fun, and that's where I spent,
you can really fuck shit up.
I spent the majority of my time in that game mode with my friend Cheesy, Eric. And it was just a blast, man. You get like 3 or 4 pieces of loot at the end of it because it takes like 20 minutes to complete or like 15 minutes to complete or something like that. And it's just like a really good like PvP, but PvP light, what I mean? And you have to work together with your team. So if you pick up 5 of those motes and you drop them off at the bank, then it sends a blocker to the other. It's small, medium, and large. So there's 5, 10, and 15. And 15 is the most you can carry.
Mm-hmm.
So small, medium, and large. And whenever you put 5, 10, or 15 in there, it sends a small, medium, or large blocker to the other team. If they don't do anything about it, it also starts draining down their motes that they've banked. So they have to stop what they're doing, stay on top of it,
and clear it out.
And then, but of course, the other thing is they could send them to you, and you got to stop what you're doing and then get on the ball. And they can send multiples because once they send the blocker over, your bank goes into the ground. You can't do anything until you kill it, but then it also starts eating away at your bank. But they can send multiple. So if one guy's bringing 15 in, another guy's bringing 10, and another guy's bringing 15 in, and they drop them all off at the same time, you're gonna be there for a while.
Stop and just
yeah, you gotta DPS them down, and it's just a really, really fun game mode. And I'm glad that they added it in there. And I want to see, and the thing is, it's random every time. So it's a random map with a random enemy type, and you just gotta like play on the fly and have a good time. But I want to see more of that in those looter shooter games. That seems like
that sounds like a really fun idea.
Really, really
like something
good game
like
mode.
that I haven't heard of.
Yeah, and it's not. They call them gambits, and I'm not sure when they added them in, but they're new to me.
Yeah,
because I'm newer to Destiny 2 as of year 3 or whatever it is. I'm just having a blast with it, man. It's been hard for me to put down.
Good.
Just really, really into this game right now. So
taking a break from Valheim.
Yeah, well, I completed that. Did I tell you?
Okay.
I
don't know if you were
completed
like, I don't know if you were like, hey, Ruben, we need you to help us with so and so.
No, I completed all the biomes that are available, and we're just kind of waiting on new content. We renewed the server for another month. I do want to take a dip back into it and then like rebuild my house and like make things more better looking because it's very basic. It isn't
very bare bones.
Yeah, it's very bare bones. I'd like to make it look nicer, but if the server goes away, then I run the risk of losing all the hard work that I put into it anyway. So I'm just kind of sitting on the fence, like I don't know if I should play. I got a bunch of other stuff I could play because I put 100 and something hours into that game, especially during like the storm and whatnot. So I could have beaten Persona 5 in that amount of time. But I chose to play Valheim.
Mikhail's playing Persona.
Is she?
Strikers,
nice, nice.
And Hyrule Warriors. She's playing 2 games at the same time. Hades.
I have to download Persona 5 Strikers, or not Strikers, Persona 5 just in general, so I can start playing that one because I do want to get on that. Or should I just watch the anime? I'm not sure.
Go watch the anime.
Just as long.
It's just as long. Just as long.
But yeah, man, that's about it for my week. I know that was like a 35-minute rant.
It's okay. People like it. That's why they're here for.
But I had a good week, man. I can't complain. So how about you, man? How was your week?
My week was pretty good. Work was a little busy. Monday, I was just drained. So I was like, fuck. I didn't stream. I didn't exercise. I was like, I just gotta came home, relax, just vegetated. I just went to sleep early. So I was relaxed. and do nothing. But then again, Tuesday, back exercise, stream, swinging the kettlebell, doing all my regiment, sticking to it, and it felt good just to exercise again, because it's like even Tuesday, I was like, okay, I was off yesterday. Let's just take this week. Nah, get back in. You're fine, right? Nothing. You recovered yesterday, so that you can't use an excuse of saying you're tired because you rested Sunday and Monday. Just get back, start swinging, and sure enough, once I did, push-ups,
right,
the deadlifts, squats, okay, it feels good. Okay. So got back to the workout routine. I did stream Tuesday night. I did stream Mortal Shells, and I was at the very end, and I beat the last boss.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I beat the last boss, right? And it says the game will end. Do you want to continue? Do you want to continue a new game plus, or would you like to stay where you are and complete and keep exploring? I was like, I'm gonna stay here and keep exploring. Mm-hmm. So I didn't see the ending, but the thing is, I think it's like it's just like a Dark Souls game. So like, even along the way, when you saw some cutscenes and talked to some NPCs, you're like, the fuck's going on? At one point, there's one guy who's at this end of the ledge. He's like, I want to end it all. And you're like, do you push him? Yes or no? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. But like, I don't like, why was that there? I don't know. I mean, it's one of those games where like the story is so kind of just sprinkled along the way. Like if you really want it, you have to go like look for it, and I go online and get like opinions and people's like ideas of what it is, and theorize. But to me, I was like, I don't know. I'm just here to kill shit.
There you go.
I'm here to kill shit and different abilities.
Nice. So how did you like the game?
Overall, I mean, I enjoyed it all. I think it was great. It did not overstay its welcome. Each of the different areas, each of the biomes was unique. Mm-hmm. You only had like 4 different weapons. You had 4 different shells. So it's not like they give you so many weapons where you're like, oh, should I do this with this or this? Like, no, this is what they are. Like I said, it's just very minimalistic, and it's really good. I enjoyed it for what it was. I think when I loaded up the game, probably for the last save, it was like at 16 point something hours. So when I streamed it for like another 2 hours. So roughly it was just under 20 hours. I mean, not full completionist, but just enough to get around, explore and play and do everything and do what I want. Like, okay. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you guys are looking for a Souls game to play, Mortal Shells, don't sleep on it. Yeah, because I think I started following the Reddit, and I think they're having a enhanced edition coming out pretty soon for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X coming out soon. So it'll be like in 4K and all that nice stuff. Yeah. So you get to play with all that. So yeah, guys, if you want to play a Souls game, jump on it. It's really good. I enjoyed it.
So what's next on your list? Sekiro?
No, I think it's gonna be Persona 5 Strikers and Yakuza.
Jesus, I forgot about that. I still have to beat
Yakuza,
that.
Yeah,
that's another 120 hours.
JRPG
See, I could have beat Yakuza instead of fucking around with
Valheim. I heard. I was listening to one of the podcasts. They're like, yeah, Yakuza's a long game.
Yeah, very long and grindy.
Which like I'm okay with long. Okay, I'm okay with long JRPGs because like I kind of know what I'm getting myself into with it's a JRPG.
Right.
I know what I'm getting myself into, but it's like, okay, 100 hours. You could do this.
But does it feel like work at some point, or does it still feel awesome all the way through? Like,
I don't know, because I haven't touched it in 2 weeks, so I have to go back into it. But the thing is, like,
longer for me.
But the thing is, like, Persona 5, it was never a chore. Going back, I mean, I played Persona 5 and then Persona 5 Vanilla and Persona 5 Royal. Yeah. You know,
3 times.
So I enjoyed Persona 5, and to me, it wasn't work because it was so like I always enjoyed, doing the baton pass and into the all-out strike and just summoning your personas and attack. Like, so there was never playing Persona 5 has never been a chore. So I enjoyed it. So Yakuza, I just got to get back to the groove. Like, okay, because I did these, these little other games where it was a whole different beast to play. Mm-hmm. So I got to just get back to the mindset of playing Yakuza, which is fine. So yeah, going back to Mortal Shell, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm going to play a little bit more because I want to explore just a little bit more things. And I'm going to kill the boss again to see if I can get that ending. And the thing is, when I went to go YouTube it, they're like it had like fake like true endings or numbered like different numbered endings.
Really?
So I was like,
which one was I gonna get?
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So I want to see which one I was gonna get, just so I could see like, did I get the base one or did
Is this the one where I pushed the guy off the ledge when I shouldn't have?
Because I don't know what's
probably
going
God.
on.
You just
yeah, it's so weird. yeah, like I said, the story is so weird.
Yeah. But what did you think about the mechanics of it compared to a Souls, like an actual Souls game or like
a from
Bloodborne?
software game, or honestly, like the only problem I had with the game was, and this kind of goes with hand in hand with some other From Software games, where some of the hitboxes and hurt boxes are kind of like weird.
Right.
Like, what? Why is it? It shouldn't be hitting, or
Right.
it is. But it kind of just rolls with the From Soul Software, because there's sometimes I remember I was playing Bloodborne, and there's these like 3 big old wolves, and you could like go into the room and you'll aggro them, and you come out and you just stand by the doorway, and you could just kind of like stand really far and just kind of hit them,
Right.
you know, and like they just take it. That's it. But sometimes they'll kind of like clip through the wall and they'll hit you, you know. So you had to kind of be careful. There's some minor issues with that, but nothing that it was like game breaking or anything that just pissed me off.
But what I meant more in the terms of like, okay, so we know like Bloodborne is a completely kind of a completely different game from Dark Souls, and you know Dark Souls is a completely different game from Sekiro, and you know Sekiro and Mortal Shells, they're completely different games, but they all bring their own different mechanics.
Well, I wouldn't say completely different. They're all kind of like, you know, they're all different for sure. They are kind of like, you know, run parallels as being the same genre.
Correct.
But they do have their own mechanisms, their own different little quirks and stuff like that.
Right, and that's what I was getting into. How does Mortal Shells compare to?
And at first, good question. At first, it was like, I wish they had you know how in Dark Souls 3 you have like these flasks. That you'll get, like, you'll start off with 3. You could set one. You could set all 3 to HP, or all 3 to MP, or 2 on 1. You can set it however you want, and then along the game you'll get 4, 5, 6. I don't know how many flasks. You know. Well, in this game you don't get flasks. You have to actually. It's kind of like Bloodborne. You have to get the blood vials along the way, and they don't work as instant heal pots. They work as hots. Heal over times. You'll get little HP after a while, you know?
Yeah.
And you got to be careful when you use it, because you actually have to, they're little mushrooms. You have to eat them. So you're actually standing there eating the mushroom while, you know, the enemy's attacking. So you got to be strategic when to use your, I mean, just like other Souls games. But the thing is, I told myself, I wish that this had flask like Dark Souls.
Like an instant pot?
Yeah. Well, that was an instant, but it was still a delay. But even then, like, they always refill when you go to, you know, the bonfire. I was like, man, I kind of wish they had that. But at the end, I was like, no, I'm glad they don't. That's Dark Souls. That's what Dark Souls does.
Right.
That's their mechanic. That's their flash system. This is the mushrooms, the hot.
Right.
It's its own unique thing. I kind of just put things in perspective to me. It's like, there's some things that I want from different games to be in other games.
Yeah.
But when games do their own thing, even though it's not popular or a favorite, I'm glad they stick with it and do that.
Right.
You know, same with Breath of the Wild. The whole breaking the weapon system. At first, I was like, oh, this sucks, man. I keep losing my favorite sword. But after a while, it's like, now try the Mob Goblin Mobo spear. Now try the
shovel, because you got nothing left or whatever.
Now try a stick. Now try a trident.
A leaf or something, yeah.
Yeah, so it makes you branch out and try different things.
Right.
So, like, yeah, at first I was like, man, I wish I had flask. But after a while, I was like, no, I think the mushroom system is fine. It works, you know.
And what about like the hardened mechanic to like?
That was actually really good too. I enjoyed it a lot, because at first I was like, oh fuck, this is kind of weird. You're getting used to it, but then after a while you start attacking, and then like when you're going through an attack motion, and you know they're about to attack too.
Right. Cancel.
Harden. Yeah, you just cancel it into a harden,
right,
and stop them, and they hit you during that. They kind of deflect.
So it's like a parry
and recoil. Yeah, and then you just come in attacking.
Nice.
And yeah, and each shell had its own properties. So like I said, it has its own mechanics that actually make it stand apart. Like, you know, like, oh, this is a Shell's game.
Which was your shell of choice?
My shell was at first it was the well balanced one, where he was like literally just down the line 50-50, really well balanced. And then it was the one that has like, where you could really abuse the weapon abilities, where you get a whole shit ton of resolves.
Oh, okay.
Which was really fun, because I mean you could get away with some shit, because I think that's another caveat I had with the game.
Okay.
The weapon abilities, you have so many invincible iframes while you activate it, because literally you start the weapon ability, a big old spike comes out the hilt of the sword, the pommel of the sword, and you see him winding it up. And then boom.
Right.
And the whole time you're invincible. So it's kind of like,
cheap.
Oh yeah, it was really cheap and really
Right.
powerful for what it does. Like, yeah, mother. Like they should have like, okay, it is what it is. But take what it
Did
is.
you have to go out of your way to find that shell though, or was it like
no? Most of the shows are kind of like there'd be like a little. For the most part, you kind of just stumbled across them because like when you're exploring the area, they all kind of like funnel you to go to the next area, and if you just explore it, you're like, listen to this little what's over here, you find it. So finding the shells is pretty easy. Now finding all the weapon upgrades and the weapon perks along the way and the abilities that the weapons have, now that you have to kind of go out of your way to really find them and sort them out. So I just think that might be a little too broken. When you activate the weapon ability, you're just invincible. You're like, fuck you, bam, and just fuck them up. Yeah, and you could, and some enemies you'll put them in a stun, and they'll just start beating the shit out of them.
That's what's up, man.
But overall, I think my favorite show was Eridrum, the tank.
The tank,
like literally this much stamina,
right? But
his HP was all over there. Yeah, it's like fuck it. I'll just
full
take two
screen
swings.
health.
Yeah, I'll take two swings. And I'll back up. I don't care. I'll do that. I'll play Stone
survive for days.
Yeah, and I had all this HP. I just tanked the shit out of everything.
Hell
so
yeah,
like, yeah.
So you still recommend the game though, like even though it's
definitely
on the shorter side of like a Souls type game and all that stuff. But if you played through all the Souls type games and you haven't like played that one, then definitely pick it up.
And this wasn't like fucking like banging your head against the wall hard difficult, like oh my god. No, I mean there's some steep learning curves on some parts, but nothing where you were like, oh, fuck, this is impossible. You okay, this is his pattern. This is how you're gonna start off. He's gonna go with 1-2 overhead. All right, now back up, watch the swing. Then he goes to the charge, and then sure enough, okay, that was phase 1. Okay, now phase 2. Now they're adding a little bit more to the mechanic. You just learn it, just like every Souls game. So yeah, I think everybody who likes Souls games should try that one out. I enjoyed
it. It gets the Rick seal of approval.
It does. It really does. And good job on those guys. That Cold Symmetry.
There you go.
They nailed it, and I enjoyed it. And that was pretty much like my main topic I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Did you watch anything else throughout the week, or because you only got to like Wednesday?
Right, that was Wednesday. I went to Mortal Shells. My bad, guys. Yeah. While I was exercising, I kept watching the anime Terra for Mars.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about that because I did go into your Funimation, right?
Yeah.
Because y'all gave me access to it.
All that etchy stuff is not mine.
Now, just the title alone, I want to see this so bad, just because of all like the triple and quadruple entendres that it has. I just love the title of this thing. I was like, what the fuck is it? Terraform Mars? Because it could be just Terraform Mars or Terra for Mars.
Yeah.
I love.
I don't get it. I think it's Terraformers or.
But I just love the title, and I was thinking about it. I was reading it because I was looking at it on Funimation's app, and I was like, oh, that's a fucking genius title, top tier title.
So I'm watching it, and like I said, it's just now we're humankind to survive in Mars. They got to splice with different insects and animals, and okay, and they're being the shit out of these roach people, and it gets pretty
roach people.
Yeah, they're roach people. That's what they are. They're just and every once in a while they have like the narrator, and Ichiro has fused with the Japanese moth with the
Godzilla.
Yeah, and it says like and because the Japanese moth, an endangered creature that has the tensile strength of its silk that's so and so the strongest ever. Like it gives you like little bug facts along the way.
Oh, okay, cool.
To let you know why it's like that's why they're weaponizing.
I got you. Kind of like the player cards from like My Hero Academia. Like every commercial break, they would have like, oh, this is
like the narrator jumps in and tells you this is so and so with the power to do this. Yeah. So narrator will jump in and tell you like, oh, this is the exploding ant. I'm like, holy shit.
They do have exploding ants.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah.
Nuts. So it's also giving you a nature lesson with having fun.
It gives you kind of like little lessons like, oh, okay, gotcha.
Thanks, Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I've been watch that. Like, but
while you're working
serious when I'm working out. What else? I was game streaming.
You play any Street Fighter this week? Tell me what you did last weekend. What's up?
Oh, the boys came over.
Yeah,
it was Kevin, Dirk, and Johnny.
What happened to Petey?
Petey had to work.
Oh,
R.I.P. Pete.
Fuck you, Pete.
Like I was like, hey Pete, what's your schedule? He's like, I'm off Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm like,
It's the worst schedule of all
All
time.
right. Yeah.
Get off on
really?
the
What can you
weekends,
do?
bro.
What can you do with that
Go
schedule?
get your oil changed.
Yeah.
Go to a doctor.
Yeah, I got doctor's visit or something. I was like, all right, we'll do this on repeat.
So go
We'll
to
just
the
stream.
dentist, bro.
Yeah. But my only so I had fun. I enjoyed it. It was great. Everybody just getting in the rotation and goofing off and being silly. And then chat was in there talking
You
shit.
had the 2 setups.
Nobody played on that one. We were just kind of just hanging out here.
Hanging out, drinking beers.
Yeah, we're hanging out, talking shit to everybody, and
Nice.
Chat's in there I want to play. Like, nah, guys, y'all gotta wait. Y'all gotta be over here to play.
Y'all gotta be here.
Yeah, we're not gonna start lobbies.
Oh.
¿Qué pasó?
Can we talk about what's gonna happen in Texas on Wednesday? By the way,
With what?
huh?
Oh, the whole non.
Yeah,
That's not a problem.
huh?
I don't think it's a problem.
You know what? You know what was really great about this?
What? Don't say HEB beans because I think that's just people.
Nah, I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck about my job and my health. So like, all my customers were like, "Bitch, you gotta have your mask on whenever you come in here," because rich white people in the Heights. They were all like, "Fucking, we're just gonna, we're gonna still require everybody to wear a mask." And if you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
We're still at 50%. Like,
That's fine.
We don't care. And I was like, yeah. And then like once you got outside the loop to like all the taquerias and shit, they're like, we don't give a fuck. We've been at 100%. I was like, okay, whatever. Do you?
The thing is, it's just saying mandatories are lifted. If you want 100% capacity, you can.
Right.
It's up to you. It comes down to your choice.
But that's where they're fucking over the businesses, I think, because they're making the businesses into the bad people. Because now they are. Because like if HEB was like, we don't give a shit. I'm just using HEB as an example. There's like all our vendors, we recommend everybody wear a mask, whatever. But like our vendors have to wear a mask and our workers, employees and whatever. But if they're like, we're still going to require everybody to wear a mask whenever they come in here. They're like, why? We don't have to wear it. Governor Abbott said. And then they're going to have to sit there and explain like, well, we just don't, we don't want people to get sick. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. Like if I go into a restaurant, the restaurant's like, you don't have your mask. Well, Governor Abbott said I didn't.
It doesn't work that way. No,
yeah.
no.
Well, you know what?
Own business.
It's also Texas, guys. We're in Texas. It's a right to fucking serve, work, all that bullshit state. So if you don't like it,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
give a fuck.
You can't go around saying, well, I don't have to work. Like, no, dude. The business, if they want, if they could still have the right to refuse service, they still could do that. But like, they can't think of it as a carte blanche and just be like, oh,
now
whatever.
They can't blame it on the government. They can just blame it on the business. Like I usually don't use Facebook that often, but I was getting a little bored, and I was like, the zoo posted, hey, you still got to wear a mask when you come here. Okay. No big deal. Yeah. Like, hey, just wear your mask. Well, I'm going to spend my money somewhere else. And they're like,
that's fine.
Bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
The thing is, it comes down to an individual level.
Hey, you think we're going to need your $7 from the zoo, bitch? Step the fuck up.
Yeah. Like, it's okay. If you don't tip you're not going to tip our waiters anyway. The thing is, it comes down to an individual level. If you don't feel comfortable being out at a restaurant at 100%, that's just your choice. That's your freedom.
Right.
Go.
Are you going to be wearing your mask next week?
To what?
Huh? Anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What did your job say?
My jobs are always like, just wear it. The thing is, like, I wear it because I go to so many places.
Right.
I go to some businesses where they're just crowded. Some businesses don't. I just wear it. Just it's simple that way. Yeah.
My job, we had a meeting that Wednesday, like because the announcement was Tuesday. And, like that Wednesday, they were like, we're gonna still require everybody to wear a mask, and we don't give a shit what Governor Abbott says. I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't gonna take mine off anyway.
I think people took they just read that lifting the mandate. I think people saw that and they got all knee-jerk reactions. But if you listen to his whole speech, he's like, it's still down to the individual to take care of themselves. And that's what it is. Like, guys, you're the only person responsible for your health is you.
Correct.
So if you're,
but also don't spit in my mouth.
Exactly. But don't spit in your mouth. Exactly. Yeah. Common sense. Like if you see a crowded room.
Oh my God.
It's that simple.
That happened to me yesterday.
What happened?
So I was at a little panaderia, a little bakery, a Mexican bakery. And the lady's never fucking worn a mask in there ever. Like she ever
or a hairnet.
Neither one. I'm glad you said that because she definitely doesn't wear a hairnet. Can I get another beer real quick? Sure. And so like, anyway, she's never worn a hairnet. She's never wearing a mask. And like, she keeps all of her linen. Thank you. Yeah. She keeps all of her linen in this like small closet, which is like a quarter of the size of this room, maybe less. Like I would say from here to the wall, it's like 3 feet by 5 feet, right? Definitely not 6 feet. So she goes, "Oh, you can just put it. Can you get out of there real quick?" She's not wearing a mask. I'm wearing my mask and all that stuff. Can you just like for what? And I'm like, so I can make
¿Por
your delivery.
qué?
I don't want to be in the same vicinity as
Yeah.
you. No offense.
I don't be there.
Like, I don't mean, I was like, I hope you don't mind. Like, I said it in a polite way. I was like, I
Mhm.
hope you don't mind, but I would prefer we, maintain the social distancing rule and all that other stuff. She's like, yeah, no problem. Nope. She's like, yeah, no problem. She said it in a nice way, right? And so, like, now we're out of that area and we're in the cash register area because she's got to pay me some money. And so I'm giving her her invoice and like I'm trying to explain something to her, but she's got fucking Tejano music playing super loud.
Of course.
And I'm trying to explain it to her.
She's
So I
probably
get
holding her kid too.
nah, but I she's old as shit. But I get closer to her to explain it, and she's like backing up. She goes, "Whoa, 6 feet!" And I was like, "You know what? You're right. You're not wearing your mask." And I was like, "Anyway," so I started yelling at her from across the room, and she was like super pissed off. She called in a little complaint on me because she thought I was being rude. Like, you told me to stay away from you.
Yeah.
Being nice. I was like, I just didn't want to be in the small.
Yeah. Totally acceptable. Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It just I think people just
She's
lose
getting a
their
little
shit.
salty about it.
People are like, oh, you could do it. Like, come on, dude, just chill. Just chill.
Out,
People I think people are just looking for shit to get mad about. Like, it's just not.
I was just trying to be nice, and she wanted to be like mean about
Yeah.
it. I was like, okay, well, I can be mean about it too.
The worst part is, like you go on Twitter and people are like, man, Texas is ridiculous. I can't wait to move. I'm like, why?
What do you mean, Texas, Mississippi, and who else? Tennessee, and
Yeah, but
Alabama,
other places, yeah, but they're like,
All the
I can't wait to move out of Texas. Like, why tweet about it? Do something about it. I hate when people do shit like that. Like,
I'm gonna move to Canada. Trump's president.
I'm leaving out of here. I'm like, shut the fuck
Taking my
up.
ball and going home, bro. We ain't gonna miss you.
You're
Bye.
fine. Yeah,
Bye.
you're fine. You're not doing nothing. Just put your mask on. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I think people just get worked up over things. Like, go for a walk.
Yeah, go do something hard with your life.
But yeah, I think that's what it is. People don't have struggle and they get butthurt.
Mm-hmm. Yo, what were we just talking?
So I think that was pretty much for all my week. I know we went on tangent, guys.
Hard tangents.
So my biggest take from this week was Guilty Gear Strive
Oh, buddy.
has been delayed. I follow some FGC guys on Twitter, and they're like, they added a delay to Guilty Gear. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? They're like, yeah, delayed it by 2 months. ¿Qué pasó?
Oh,
No connects? No magnets?
Oh, go ahead.
They're like, oh, they delayed Guilty Gear by 2 months. I'm like, what the fuck? Sure enough, I look it up, and they have the tweet, guys. Thanks to all the information and feedback from the survey, we want to make sure this is the best polished game that we can.
From the beta?
Yeah, which is fine. If they're getting feedback from the beta and making this a better game, they said they want to work on the lobbies and they want to get all the bugs out, which is fine because
Yeah, I heard bad things about the lobbies.
I haven't played it. I mean, I just saw how the lobbies look like.
Yeah,
they look all pixelated.
things.
The way they look is fine with me. It doesn't bother me. But how it functions, I don't know. I didn't play the lobbies.
What I heard is that you would, you show up in this place and then you find the person that you would want to challenge, and then you go up to them with like a weapon, and then you smack them, and they smack you.
Like that, yeah.
Right. Like, is that how it really needs to be, or can I just like search for a lobby with like if it's OS Rick lobby that we're gonna play in Guilty Gear Strive, then I know to go to the OS Rick lobby. Like, I shouldn't have to find your fucking avatar somewhere in this room.
I know sometimes in some previous Arc System games, they actually have like a big old lobby with whatever server room or location region,
Right.
and people are just running around in there. I don't know. BB Tag had it. I think Dragon Ball Z had it, and I think Guilty Gear Strive, and I think Grand Blue Fantasy Versus had it. So I'm fine with it. I mean, but I didn't play with the lobby, so I don't know how detrimental they were to people's playing.
Fair enough.
So I mean, but they said they're looking into it. They want to fix it, and I know there were some bugs in the game where people were jumping through the screen or things were kind of bugging out, and there was like some infinites going on. Like, okay, I mean, that's fine. Fix it.
Right, fix them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Take your time, fix it.
Take your time, and they said,
but also keep the release date on our birthday like we wanted to.
Yeah. So the thing is, I know. God damn it, Arc System, you guys are gonna lose my business now. But the thing is,
now I'm gonna have to buy the game 2 months later. What
right?
the fuck?
Yeah. The thing is, they're like, we're gonna delay it by 2 months, and I look at the calendar. Because that week was supposed to be my vacation. I look at the 2 months later. I'm like, oh, it falls again on my vacation again at the same Friday. I'm like, okay.
It's also the day after Final Fantasy's update comes out too. Yeah, 6/11 I think.
Yeah. Well, 6/10 is the
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Right. 6/11 is when it's coming out.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, a month later, exactly on my vacation for my second vacation. I'm like, interesting. Okay, that'll work for me.
Interesting.
So another thing that thought was funny was when CD Projekt Red had their delay from September to December for Cyber 27. Guilty Gear X System's like, hey guys, we're gonna put a message on a yellow background because that's what CD Projekt was, you know?
No, they didn't.
And,
I thought it was a red background is what I saw.
Well, original.
Oh.
But when that delayed happened in September, Arc System's like, hey guys, we're putting this message on a yellow background after CD Projekt Red tweeted out their delay.
Fire.
And then everybody's like, hey, you remember this, Arc System? Remember this? And they bring up the tweet. They're like, oh yeah,
about that.
yeah. Like, bro, don't be throwing stones.
Don't throw shade
if you live in a stone house, in a glass house.
Right.
I was like, I was like, oh, they had that coming.
But I did hear good things on the beta about the lobbies, not the lobbies themselves, but like the actual matches where like people were playing in Japan versus people in the United States. Like the rollback code that Arc Systems is using is very, very good. And I'm still looking forward to the game, regardless of the delays, because of the fact that, hey, they said straight up, like, hey, we found some things from this beta or demo or whatever you want to call it that, yeah, we need to fix, because you definitely don't want infinites in the game. You definitely don't want,
flying through the screen
or shit, shit happening. What the quote is, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rush game is forever bad. Yeah. So I'm happy that they're doing it. A delayed game is eventually good doesn't apply to Cyberpunk, so let me rephrase that.
Once they get other shit together,
once they actually finally release it,
get out of the ransomware, once they get their employees paid,
poor people.
Once they get all that,
I feel so bad for them.
I kind of forgot about.
I forgot about it.
I kind of forgot about it. I was like,
it came and went.
I'm playing other good games.
I'm playing.
Like we said, there's too many great games out there that you can't be occupied
can't be mad
with other lesser games.
And speaking on that note, like I think this is gonna be like the year of delayed games, like more so than it was last year. Like we got a lot of good games last year, and I think that was because they were already on like the tail end
of development.
But like we have a bunch of new projects that are announced, like I don't know, like Diablo 4 or Overwatch 2, and like a bunch of stuff that's just gonna get delayed into like I think 2022 is gonna be a really, really good year for like gaming and like new video games and new IPs and things like that. But like as of right now, like I think like with a
lot of people still having to work from home,
right?
Where they have I want to say through numbers, but I want to say at least half of the workforce working from home.
Mm-hmm. Come to Texas. Come to Texas. We're open.
Yeah, we're open.
We're open.
We're always
100%.
open 24/7. But yeah, I think knowing that with of course the pandemic's still going on, it's not going away. It's just letting you know that games are going to take a while. And I think I read somewhere too, I think Jason Schreier was tweeted about that. He saw some rumors or some talks that Elden Ring, because of what's going on of the COVID,
you saw the leaked trailer?
I did not watch any of it, but what I heard was like it was like angled shots.
Such a bad camera.
Yeah, I got like 10
seconds into it, and I was like,
yeah, I heard it was like bad. Like I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm not even gonna. I mean, as hype as I am for Elden Ring, I am.
Let them take their time.
Yeah, I'm gonna take their time. And sure enough, yeah, like I did not expect it for it to come out this year, because especially with everything that's going on right now.
So like, just going back on that, I think that like what you're seeing now, like this year. Like, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get Ratchet & Clank. You're going to get Deathloop. You're going to get Returnal. You're going to get Guilty Gear Strive.
Resident Evil 8.
Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
You're going to get the games that you've already seen.
Everything you saw from the summer state of play.
Right. Last June.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything you saw last year.
This year.
Yeah. Your Halo Infinite later on this year, probably.
Hopefully.
Diablo, I don't think
that's next year.
I don't think that's gonna see that one, because we're gonna get resurrected.
You get resurrected this year because it's just a reskin. I kind of
like, I'm kind of hype about it. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to be like that guy that's like, oh yeah, the whole Hong Kong deal, they kind of handled it poorly. I should just be like wait.
I think they kind of forgot about that shit.
Yeah, I know that's the thing is like after what do you.
It's a day news cycle, bro. Like the next day.
Yeah, forget about it.
They're still probably protesting in Hong Kong right now, and we don't know about it.
Now we're talking about Whataburger and.
Oh, dude, I want some Whataburger.
We're talking about like what's current HEB? Yes, that's the meme right now.
HEB, some Heb
runs. Like yeah, come down, dude.
But like I don't hate Blizzard and I don't hate Activision, but like. I want them to do well on on Diablo 2. I want them to do well on Diablo 4. Yeah, take your fucking time. Take your time.
It looked great.
Don't be EA. Don't do that. Just please don't be BioWare of the last 10 years. Be BioWare of like 1999.
I think that one is pretty. It looks hype, dude. Resurrect.
I'm down.
That one.
I'm down.
I think it's gonna be on the.
And
Switch.
it actually looks really good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks good. It's on consoles
true to
and
form.
PC.
Yeah, just true to form. Just like updating it. Stuff like
just
that.
a little bit. You don't have to do that much.
Yeah.
Hey, let me play on a widescreen because I don't know if you played Diablo 2 at all, but it's
very little bit.
It's
On
4
Travis's
to
old
1.
PC.
4 to 1. That's it. You get the little fucking CRT monitor resolution, like 800 by 600, and that's it. So I'm glad that they're doing that, and hopefully they do it better than they did because they promised the world with the Warcraft 3 remaster.
And that's another thing too. Yeah, I mean that was rough.
I might not get that Diablo 2 master day one, but if it's showing well, then yeah, I'll pick it up. But if everybody's having the same complaints that they're having about like Warcraft 3, then I'm out.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think people's attention spans like, that was yesterday's news, whatever.
Yeah, man, fuck that.
Yeah, like Hong Kong. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be mad at that.
Nah, nobody's mad about Hong Kong anymore.
No,
we don't even know if they're protesting. Do you know?
I don't know. Yeah,
fucking Hong Kong.
Like the Amazon first still burning. Probably.
Yeah,
like but no one's like tweeting about it and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude.
Like attention span of like goldfish. Like
it's like, oh man, our fucking power was out 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
hey, but we're gonna go 100% maskless.
Let's go burn something.
Huh?
Yeah.
No more masks?
Yeah.
100% businesses?
100% business.
Bro.
So, yeah, I think pretty much for 2021, I think like we had the roadmap of all the video games that are out already. Like
that's it. That's what you're getting this year.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get a fucking. The only surprise hit that came out this year that I've seen so far is fucking Valheim. Valheim came out of fucking nowhere and it sold 5 million copies. Where Mortal Shells is just now getting around to like 2 million or something like that, like something crazy like that. So like Valheim in a month selling 5 million copies is insane, considering that another game that is on your like up there for you that you liked and enjoyed and played to completion, that game is only
that came out in August too,
like 2 million copies or whatever. So like there's those little hits, and like speaking of little hits, like Fall Guys is huge, like huge, but they gave it away for free on PlayStation, and they're
working on season 2, right?
And they're working on season like 4.
Oh, 4?
And then like their company just sold the Epic on top of that. So like now the game's probably gonna go free to play. It's gonna be out on Xbox. It's gonna be out on Switch. They got all those things happening, and it's like. Everybody's like making moves right now. Like I feel like people are trying to join up with more higher up, like they're trying to raise that. They're trying to elevate their, I don't know, their level or whatever. So like,
well, definitely when it comes to like the whole playing online, since you can't. It's kind of difficult to get with meeting with friends in.
I just meant with like I just meant like a developer in general, like. Bethesda joining up with Microsoft which just got completed. Like the deal would just got cleared by the SEC or something like that. But Bethesda was like kind of like coming down in their stock, especially like after Fallout 76 or whatever. And I think Wolfenstein, what was it? Wolfenstein Youngblood or something like that. Like it wasn't doing so hot. It was okay, but it wasn't like what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I guess no. Yeah, okay, like I said, games are
from a AAA studio. You expect AAA games, not single A games.
Yeah,
right.
Okay, games. Yeah,
not Valheim. Coffee Stain, fucking 5 people, 1A studio doing AAA video games. But that's beside the point. Yeah, like.
But the thing is, we also have to look at 6 months down the line. Is Valheim still going to have the same numbers? Is it hot? I think
Valheim's got room to grow.
Is it because they went from Fall Guys to Among Us to Valheim? I mean, because these are all multiplayer social online games.
That's what I'm saying. I think.
But who's to say? Is it hot now?
Right.
Because Fall Guys was really hot during the summer, and now it's kind of like, oh yeah, Fall Guys. I remember that.
I think that's like the world that we're living in like right now. Like you have these AAA games that come out, but then you also have these AA and single A studios that put out these hits. And these hits become fucking crazy, like Among Us, Phasmophobia.
That's right. I totally forgot about that one.
Huge
that was hot.
game, dude.
That was hot.
Fucking Valheim and Fall Guys and Hades or whatever. Like Hades is coming from, was it Supergiant?
Yeah.
And Supergiant's what, like a AA, maybe a single A studio. It's nowhere near like the amount of people that you would think that would do a game that good. But like.
But
like,
Hades didn't sell like as much as
bro.
it didn't sell as much as freaking like Among Us
They-
or have a popularity like concurrent viewers as much as like Among Us or
True.
like those, because those to me those games are designed to have multiple people engaged at the same time.
Right.
Hades is strictly a whole different animal. It's a whole different genre.
I agree
for
with
sure.
you. I agree with you. But it's like I think that this is the era that we're in right now. Like I think we're in the era of like people putting out these smash hits that just like overnight successes, and then like it dies off, and then 2 months later we get another freaking overnight success that just skyrockets to the top of the charts and just blows our minds for a little while, and then like, oh, we got the next thing.
I definitely agree with just saying the only caveat is it's with the multiplayer games, because that's a trend that I've noticed so far.
I
It's
agree with
a lot of the
multiplayer games. But it's like the news cycle. Like oh shit, fucking this guy did that. Holy and then like, oh my god, this guy did that. Like,
yeah, how good is it? What's in it? Yeah,
it's like porn.
The band.
Like okay. But yeah, we had a couple of sales and stuff like that. So Mediatonic, the makers of Fall Guys, were purchased by Epic. They're teasing going free to play.
I think that'd be a good move.
I think it's a really good move for them. They definitely need to do that, especially whenever they release to the new platforms that they're not on right now, and make it full crossplay. PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series
Stadia.
S, Xbox One, Stadia. Is it on Stadia? I don't think so.
It should be on Stadia.
It should be.
Yeah.
Switch and all that stuff. I think dude, put out a fucking mobile version while you're at it.
Yeah.
It'll be freaking top tier, dude.
real.
It's not like it's a graphically intensive game at all.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you saw with the skins.
But Epic's got the.
If they have fucking Ryu and Chun-Li skins.
That's the thing. Like you do the there's a lot of that shit. Like there's a Sonic skin on there. Like there's a lot of like cross.
Yeah.
What's it called? Like God damn, what's the collabs? There's a lot of collabs going on.
It's like fucking Smash.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's in there.
Oh yeah,
Come
fuck!
on
I
in.
forgot the Smash patch came out.
Mithra
11.0, yeah.
Pyra and Mithra.
Pyra and Mithra, yeah.
Yeah, I know Sakurai
I didn't even touch it.
was talking about it. I didn't watch the demo.
I didn't watch it.
I
I had other shit to do.
Like it's like I haven't been hyping up. Like I didn't even watch the Sephiroth one either. It's like
Sephiroth is pretty good though.
Because I usually like when Sakurai talks about
And he
his
plays.
characters and he puts everything in, and like he gives you in depth of how the last one I saw that I really enjoyed was Terry Bogard. That's the last one. No, I take it back. I did see Byleth.
Byleth?
Yeah,
Byleth was a good
That was the
one.
last one for season 1.
Right.
And after that, like I haven't gone back to seeing any. But I did like the one he did with Terry Bogard, because he actually he's an SNK fan.
Right. He's a
And
big.
he talks about how and same with Byleth, like why these moves are in there.
Right.
So he does a good job of explaining why these characters are in there.
Mhm.
But I haven't gone and checked it out.
I noticed that whenever I was disconnecting my desk and everything today, I had my Switch like right there next to the PlayStation 5 or whatever, and I was taking away the dock and everything, and I pulled my fucking Switch off the dock so I could put it on my other dock in my bedroom TV. And it was like software downloaded. I was like, oh, that's right. I got something I got to try out later. I ain't gonna have time, and not until Steven comes over tomorrow. Like
Beat his ass.
he says he wants to do a first of 5, which he'll probably win. He has the heavier character for sure, and he button mashes. You know, how it is.
Side B,
side B, side B, side B, side B, up B, side B.
This is me ledge guarding. Just I fat fingered it.
He's like, I'm gonna.
Bro, you know how many times he said that while we're playing Street Fighter?
fat fingered it.
Yeah.
Well, motherfucker, lose some weight around your fingers. Wear some
All
sauna.
right, do
Wear
this.
some gloves, bitch.
Do this.
Play with the controller. Go fat. We're gonna get him the special controller from the Xbox that has like the 2 big buttons.
the adaptive controller.
I fat handed it.
Yeah, I fat fingered. Like how, bro?
And also another acquisition that happened this week is Zynga. You remember Zynga?
Yeah.
Not Buzzinga from Big Bang.
Never watched it. Zynga, that's the one that the guys who made Candy Crush and all the mobile games, right?
I thought it was like Farmville and all that. shit.
Farmville, that's it. Yeah, all those.
Well, they got
Facebook games.
Extra Games, which is the old Diablo 2 developers and the current Torchlight 3 developers.
Oh.
So Zynga bought that one out.
Are we gonna see it on mobile?
I'm not sure for how much. But that did happen.
They gotta have money. If you're on mobile,
Oh, bro, Zynga's got money like
yeah,
motherfucker.
and they're
bro.
part of Tencent.
I hope
Probably.
not. God, you're gonna make me Google that.
I don't have to Google it.
I kind of want to know.
Staying high.
I kind of want to know because Zynga's got money, bro.
I'm pretty sure they're Tencent, bro, and they got money. Like anything you do on mobile, Makes
Farmville,
money.
Farmville 2.
Yeah, I think my mom played all those. She's a gamer.
Game of Thrones slot machines. That's a thing on Facebook apparently.
Everything's- Yeah.
And you can buy their stock for $10.31.
Good.
But yeah, now they own Extra Games, which is weird that they would sell the Zynga, but
I guess you throw enough money at something. Yeah. They gotta have money.
Speaking of throwing money at stuff, have you seen fucking GameStop prices?
No. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
They to the
dude.
moon?
They're going
Down?
diamond, baby. They're going to the moon. I mean, it was I was gonna buy it Sunday.
Really?
I was like, oh, that's $100 a share. I could probably throw a couple. This is before I decided to like buy everything for the studio and stuff because I did it on Monday. But it's like Sunday night. Shit, it's like $100 a share. I was like, maybe I should throw like a couple shares in there. You know, whatever. Figure it out. And then like fucking Tuesday, it's like 160, 170.
That's the jump.
It keeps on jumping. I was like, fuck, I should have bought the guy.
Really?
And then I go to Juan's house because I went to go see Juan, check up on
How's he
him.
doing? Yeah, I messaged him.
He's doing well. And he came over today to help me mount the TV. And so like he you know, he's like, oh, I got like 7 shares of GameStop. I was like, he's like fucking following like Rocket Mortgage. I was like, bro, what the fuck, dude?
He's all
like,
in there and shit. IMC.
Where'd you get all this stuff from? He's like, oh, Wall Street Bets, motherfucker. I was like, all right, bro, you in there, fam? I wanted to call him the R word, but you know, couldn't.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the one.
Freaking. I mean, I'm boring. I just got UPS shares and that's it. They're all the same. Like,
my
okay,
company's not public, but I do own UPS shares.
Yeah.
Because you and Traz and everybody, and I own a couple of other ones like Netflix and because I mean Netflix can go anywhere and Disney.
Yeah.
But I only own partial shares. Like with Cash App, you can buy like a certain amount.
Yeah.
This isn't an ad, guys.
Not at all.
It's not an
do
ad.
not get financial
Just
advice from us.
No, definitely not.
Don't.
We're
Just
broke
get
as
gaming
shit.
advice. That's it.
Broke as shit. And yeah, like I dabble in certain ones here and there,
like
but GameStop definitely went up, and I was like, son of a bitch, I should have bought. I should have bought it, you know, because like
should have bought Bitcoin back then.
I've got Bitcoin. Oh my, you know what my buddy was telling me? My buddy Carlos was telling me if you would have invested your stimulus check into Bitcoin whenever you first got your stimulus check, you would have made 10 grand.
Easy.
Yeah. No, that's the truth. I looked it up.
Easy.
I was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
right.
I was talking to my coworkers. He's like, Rick, he's older. He's like, Rick, yeah, when Amazon was first starting, I didn't think it was a good idea.
Fucking bookstore online.
Yeah, it's like I didn't buy any of that share. Now he's like, oh, man, I'm kicking myself. I'm like, oh.
My uncle told me that shit once. He's like, you like Netflix, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I had a chance to buy that stock early on, but I didn't do it. And I was like, well, you fucking idiot, bro.
That sucks.
He's like, oh, I was like,
yeah, oh well. Everybody has those.
But we were talking about that shit because me and Alice were watching like the Goldbergs while eating like dinner or whatever. And then it was like he was like shouts out, you know, like at the end of the Goldbergs episode, he does like a real life, because the guy Goldberg or whatever, he's the one that actually created the show. And at the end, he'll show like pictures of his family or whatever. And they were talking like video stores. And at the end of the show, you know, they showed like shouts out to like the first video store that I ever went to. It was like a Hollywood video with like a Game Crazy and shit. And I was like, you know, because he grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, I remember Hollywood. They, you know, we used
Blockbuster and everything. Yeah,
we used to talk about that stuff. But like going up there and like grabbing, you know, like whatever for the weekend, and then eventually they did go the Netflix route because Netflix had come up, and it's just like weird how they tried to do something kind of like Kodak was like big film producer. You know, they made actual film for a while, and they actually developed like the first digital camera in like the 70s. But then, like, didn't want to do anything about the technology because it was going to ruin their film business, not knowing how much technology was going to go forward. That shit happens all the time, dude.
Like you know, hindsight.
Hindsight is always 2020, bro.
Come back and bite you in the ass.
I wish I wouldn't have fucking pre-ordered Cyberpunk.
Oh, it's okay. At least you didn't get the collector's edition.
No, I didn't.
With the statue of V.
I did have one more thing.
What the?
And one is specifically for you.
Oh shit.
Because I love you, and I want you to have PlayStation 5 games whenever you have a PlayStation 5.
Oh yeah. 2022.
So even if you don't have a PlayStation 5, you can still get your PS Plus games this way. You want to know how? You want to know? You want me to give you the news, guys? If you don't have a PlayStation 5 right now, Red Jasmine and OS Chameleon, I see you in chat.
I see you in chat. What's up,
I see you. So if y'all don't have a PlayStation 5, but you still want to get the PlayStation 5 games
Eventually.
for free
Uh-huh.
with your PlayStation Plus subscription, you need to go to Sony's landing page, the store page, for the monthly PS Plus games. Then you need to click on Find Out More for that game that you want, which will take you to its store page. And then if you're signed in the store with your correct stuff,
Yeah.
and then you just hit buy, and then it buys it, and then it puts it in your account. And
Really?
you don't have,
Puts it in your library and stuff?
puts it in your library, and you don't have to have a PlayStation, 5. And then whenever you do get your PlayStation 5,
Just download it.
you'll have your games, and you just download them. Yeah, man. So I wanted to give that little piece of news out because that's what I was worried about before I got my PlayStation 5. I was like, man, I'm not gonna be able to get all the
good games.
Yeah, all the good games and
Yeah.
the collection. And
Definitely. Yeah.
That's 25 games this week.
Jesus
If
Christ.
you do everything. So, get your Destruction All-Stars, get your Marionette, get your Final Fantasy VII Remake, get, God of War and Fallout 4 and Mortal Kombat X and all those other ones that are on the PlayStation Plus collection. Go get them mugs because shit's free if you pay the $10.
Just do some due diligence.
Yeah.
Just do a little work.
Just do a little
And
work.
then that much.
Just click
click.
with your left finger.
Did
on
you see the Nintendo Switch is gonna start implementing some 7-inch OLED?
Oh, the
Set of
rumors that are
screens?
going
Yeah.
around? Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So probably the Switch Pros probably what we'd be looking at.
But what I was reading was it was a 7-inch OLED that only did 720p in handheld mode.
Oh, yeah?
And then 4K in docked mode. And then I was also reading some other stuff, some other rumor mills that were saying that that they're gonna put. Here's where they fucked up in this rumor because Nintendo doesn't do this. Nintendo wouldn't put out a new console that doesn't play the same shit as the previous console. They don't do that.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Like, when's the last time they did
I know.
that?
I think they would do that, and
They'll force you to get the new
and
thing.
they'll be like, "Hey, buy it. We're porting it over."
Because, like, if you get a 3DS XL and then you just have a old school Gen 1 3DS, you can still play the same games, even though the new 3DS XL is way better than the previous generation or whatever. I don't think they've really done that too often.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I think I saw some rumor mill where there's gonna be games made for this new technology, and if you try to play these new games on your old Switch, you're kind of SOL.
I think they'll fuck themselves on that one.
I think they will fuck themselves,
right?
But I wouldn't put it past them to pull a stunt like that.
Well, why wouldn't they just go like the PlayStation route, where regular PlayStation people can still play the same games that PlayStation 4 Pro people could play? Like, it just doesn't look as good. You know what I mean?
Maybe with the limited technology, they can't do it. I don't know. It's weird.
It's all speculation.
Yeah, it's all speculation. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think we'll be seeing stuff for the PlayStation. I mean, the Switch Pro. So
Soon.
But as for coming soon. But
they're talking about holiday, right?
I wouldn't be surprised.
They were talking about holiday
summer.
this year, which means we're not getting one until next year, or the year after that, or the year.
Oh God, yeah. At this point, I'm starting to look at AMD graphic cards or something.
Bro, those are sold out too.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Those are sold out too.
I can't get shit. And it's not like I need it. It's just like I eventually want to make.
Somebody needs it.
Yeah, I eventually want to build a gaming PC for my wifey, but it's like.
I told you what to do,
dude. I went on there, dude. You can't even get their shit because you go to check out. Oh, so and so is not available. The graphic card is not available.
Motherfucker.
Yeah,
Does that shit to you?
Yeah, I was like, oh wait, this is out of stock. So you could get the very basic.
Terrible.
You could get the very basic graphic card, which is like a.
I figured they would get the stock first.
But then, yeah, you get the very basic card, or you get the very
that's the way to go. That's the way to go. That's what people are doing.
Get the very best card.
Get the 3090 GTX because you can't find the 3080 GTX, and if you can find the RTX 3080, RTX. If you can find the 3080, it's the same fucking price as the 3090. So buy the 3090.
Well, 3080 is how much? Like $499?
They're set 800, and with the markup right now, they're 1200. Well, you spend the $300 more, and you get the 3090, and you'll have it like the next day.
Eesh. I don't know. For a mining company, these guys are doing great.
Yeah.
For a mining company. Yeah, it's like I didn't think it was gonna be this nutso. I figured, okay, March, April, things are gonna
COVID's fucking it up hard.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. which is why I went with the consoles, which are also still hard to find.
Yeah.
Very, very hard
Like
to
I
find.
said, the only thing,
I'm
like,
blessed,
and
dude.
like, yeah, you got what you got.
I can't wait for you to come over to the house.
The thing is, like I saw, it's like when Strive got delayed, I was genuinely like, because like it's okay, it'll be all right, and I know it will, and they're taking their time to do the game right, so
that's right.
But like Strive is the one I'm generally waiting for. I was like, it's like the only one I would want to play on PS5. Like,
but then again, that you're doing just fine with what you got.
that'll be good.
You're doing just fine.
Just gonna hold out.
Just hold out, man. I think eventually, everything is gonna come back around. Hopefully,
I know it's hard to say.
Fucking Nvidia puts out this card specific for mining stuff, but like they put those blockers on the 3060 Ti, but the blocker was basically like how do I describe this?
DOS block.
It was like having a mask with a straw hole in it. Like that's basically what their mining blocker was for the 3060 Ti.
This is can't use that. No, my favorite part is when you see people who wear the mask but they still smoke. Like
their mask is yellow and shit.
I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like you're okay with cancer but not COVID? Like what? Pick one, motherfucker.
Bro, they fucking in that meeting on Wednesday we had at work. They were like legit. You can't smoke in your trucks anymore. I don't smoke in my truck anyway. I don't smoke. They're like, you can't smoke in your trucks. If you're smoking in your truck and you're caught, you will be terminated.
You won't get terminated.
And I'm like, bitch, like, you got anybody else? I'll smoke in this building right now.
Yeah.
Nah, but like, I looked at all the smokers. I was like,
they're all like, okay. Yeah. Okay. They're packing their cigarettes.
It's like, yeah, okay, come and stop us. You gonna drive to Conroe, bitch?
It's funny. Yeah, I see that. Like,
but like, also don't smoke in your truck because you deliver clothing
and that shit. Yeah,
cloth and clothing and mats and stuff that smells terrible.
Smoke.
But like,
take it from me. I used to smoke. Don't do it, guys. I regret it.
I only smoked on the weekends though. You were like a fucking half in, half out smoker.
Fucking pussy. Half measures.
Fucking pussy.
I got friends who smoke at one after another. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Smoke another one. What the fuck?
You mean Copeland? You mean Copeland?
Like, hey, I'm smoking for 5
now. Chain smokes that motherfucker, bro.
He has one like,
hey, bro, you should quit smoking. Nah,
I'll be all right.
I'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh well.
That motherfucker had an appendicitis burst.
You don't care.
Fucking went to work.
What can you do?
What a gangster that motherfucker is. What else you got, brother?
That's it, bro. I'm done.
Oh shit,
I'm cooked.
All right, well, where can we find you, Rick?
Guys? You can catch me at OS_Rick with a 1. I love streaming. I know I didn't stream that much this time. Actually, no, I've been doing a lot of co-streams with the wifey. Like I just like backseat game and watch Mikhail play.
That's hilarious.
And I get fucking triggered. I get fucking triggered. I'm watching Hyrule Wars. I'm like, hey, when you get a chance, hit A. She's like, hit A, okay, poof. Like you just pops her ultimate like when no one's around.
You hit B.
She's like, you said hit A. I'm like, all right, let's try again. All right, now swing, watch, dodge. Like, so I've been doing a lot of co-streams with the wife, and it's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So you guys catch me there on my channel.
Those are your best streams because she's in them.
Yeah. Everybody's there for the girl.
Ooh.
Grill.
There's a grill. There's a grill.
Yeah. ASL. So yeah, guys can check me there, and of course all the socials and all that stuff. I like socials. To me, guys, it's just be there to be silly and goofy. Like
I'm gonna start forcing you to post.
No, yeah, start posting like start like putting bullshit on there. I'm gonna just like.
I'm gonna start forcing you to post, dude. You gotta spread the word.
Spread what word?
The word.
I have all the words.
No, okay.
So yeah, guys, catch me there. Hang out with me. I appreciate it. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. It's so free. Like I have like coworkers asking me, like, "Hey, Rick, you want to do something? You want to do this?
You want to come over and watch the fight?
Hey, can I come over? Yeah, like, hey, Rick, are you doing anything for? I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be a last minute thing. We'll find out.
But if you want to come over to the house, you're more than welcome. We'll be barbecuing
and stream
and streaming. Just bring a mic. But anyways, guys, you can catch me on all things social media at OS_onslaught. If you want to hit the podcast or find us on social media, it's at Option Select Podcast on all things social media and optionselectpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to hit us up for any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. It helps other people like yourself find us.
Yes.
And we greatly appreciate you as always. And we hope you come around next week when we'll be at my house.
Brand new studio.
In a brand new studio with a new layout.
Can't wait.
Just
I'm
kind of
excited.
like this. This was a new layout 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
I got
now-
rid of the table. I got rid of the table. Now we got the puppy can.
I kind of like it now.
I got
I didn't
the-
like it at first,
The puppy can.
but I didn't cross my legs today. If I would have crossed my
I
legs,
kind of
I
like
would've
it. I kind of like. I got the rug in here. And
like
then
the
got
rug, dude.
It's kind of classy, isn't
had-
it?
I like the rug.
It's kind of
I like it. You should have
classy.
got one of those Star Wars rugs that I see on Facebook.
No, I don't do Star Wars. It's like furniture.
Mando.
Yeah.
Mando.
Like people had the bumper sticker like mother cars a Falcon. Like get the fuck out.
Fuck
Virgin.
out of here. Virgin, he says. Coming from the guy who has a wife
Arizona.
with bookshelves out there.
Not canon. Not canon. We got rid of them, by the way. We gave them to Johnny.
But they were full. What do you got back here?
I don't know. Dune.
Fucking
Harry Potter.
50 Shades of Grey.
All of the 50s. Magic.
Dune. Oh, speaking of which, I did finish the third Dune prequel, which was
Damn.
fucking really good. And moving on to the second prequel, because there's apparently
A prequel to the prequel.
there's prequels on prequels on prequels, and then there's like the regular series.
Pringles and Pringles and Pringles.
Yeah. So, as always, guys,
Yes.
catch us on all things social media at Options Select Podcast. You can find us on all podcast platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Pocket Cast, all that good stuff.
All that good
And
stuff.
we greatly appreciate you guys. We hope to see you again next week.
Yep.
And we will see you guys then. Peace.
Bye.